What's going on, traders? John with Tactical Trading here. Don't really feel like editing a video today, or at least right now, but I do want to put out a little bit of content right here. Kind of talk about what we've been looking at the past week, what we will be looking at going into the week in the future. Some of the stocks that we've been looking at have been doing really well. Haven't really played out, a little bit slower than I thought they would play out. In fact, one that I'm not really disappointed in. I think this thing is really traded well, and one that I called out at 0.0133. This was probably 2 weeks ago. This was Magic Wheels, MJWL. This stock closed on Friday at 0.0556. This thing was up 8%, ran all the way up into the mid sixes, had a nice pretty significant pullback the last three, looks like the last three 30-minute candles, so about the last hour and a half to 2 hours of the day. Kind of had a decent pullback. Later on today, they will be having an investors Q&A. That should be beneficial. I do anticipate sometime this week, at probably Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right in that range, that they will be gaining access to OTC markets and being able to download their financials. One thing I really like about these guys is the fact that they stated in a tweet that they're anxiously looking forward, obviously, to putting out their financials, getting access to OTC markets, and they're anxious to do this not only to finalize the merger, but to also, quote unquote, announce other acquisitions. Quote unquote. I'm actually paraphrasing that. That's not verbatim, but you can take a look at the quote. They have other acquisitions in the pipeline. Now, what excites me about Magic Wheels is the fact that we have a $150 million generating per annum. This is a $150 million per year generating crypto exchange. This is an insured crypto exchange. On top of that, their market cap, if you look at their market cap to their share structure, they have a token that is for the exchange that has a $53 million market cap at this point, or approximately 53 million. I checked on Thursday and Friday. It seems to be right around 53 million. So the entire market cap of the stock is right around where that. In fact, just a little bit higher than just the crypto or the token for the exchange itself. Not to mention that they are also managing the world's largest insured Bitcoin fund in Southeast Asia. So right there alone, in my opinion, makes them worth far more than the 5.5 cents that they're trading at right now. I really like these guys going into next week. They have an excellent share structure. In fact, if we take a quick look at Magic Wheel share structure, they do have 5 billion authorized shares, but the outstanding shares is 1,136,695,925, of which 279,800,820 are restricted. So this leaves them only 650 million held at the DTC and 857 million approximately unrestricted. So they have a very good share structure. It doesn't look like there's any dilution going on right now. These guys merging with a highly profitable crypto exchange. This could be a nice run going into the future, especially as I see the crypto prices starting to rebound from where they're at now. Should start to get a little more zeal going after some of these Bitcoin plays and some of these some of these crypto or blockchain plays. I don't think it's anywhere near done. So this is why I really like MJWL. I could see this thing closing at 10 cents or better throughout, probably by Friday, if not better. But again, I could be wrong. But, obviously I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just here giving you my slant and my view on the market. And I really like MJWL. Next stock we want to take a look at is one we've been talking about for well over a month now. And this is GGII. Now, Green Global has merged with Hempaco. They closed on Friday at 0.0422. This was up 41% on Friday, so I had an excellent day on Friday. They put out a tweet that they had received the patent for spraying terpenes, which is flavors, onto hemp cigarettes. Anybody who has a hemp cigarette company or desires to put terpenes onto their hemp smokables will have to do a joint venture with Hempaco. So if you look at Hemptown USA and some of these other companies who have their flavored, their mango, D8s or Delta 8s or their cannabis roll-ups or their THC roll-up, whatever they got going on, if they want flavor in it, they got to go to GGII. So not only is GGII joint venturing with a lot of these big companies, Ace and Axel, who has a huge deal with Labets in Africa. If you look at some of these other companies that they do, Hemptown USA, there's some others, I don't have them in front of me, but there's, I believe, 12 joint venture partnerships. I know people are very, very, very concerned about that share structure. If we take a look at the share structure, there is 75 billion authorized shares. That is, that's a nightmare. When I initially saw this, word went around that this was a typo or an error because it didn't show up. I think the one mistake the company made was not addressing this immediately, not, just heading on full on. They could have easily explained this away, but instead waited, put out an ill-timed PR right before their investors conference. And I think that they have not been making very many mistakes as they go along. If you take a look at the majority of these OTC companies, they don't have anything near what these guys have as far as prospects, business, just the wheels in motion and the gears being pulled of this business moving forward, the scope of scalability to be able to grow the business, the fact that they have an excellent foundation laid, great partners, a defined mission where they're attacking big tobacco. My initial thought process was, hey, they're attacking big tobacco. They're going after a giant industry with buco bucks. That 75 billion shares is used or put out there in the authorized share boat to deter from any hostile takeovers. That was my initial thought of it. I said, that's a brilliant move. As long as they don't use these shares, is just a way to line their pockets. Now, it doesn't seem like this company wants to do that. Obviously, they're going to be using these 75 billion shares or whatever they have allocated towards this. What I'd like to see from the company is this. I like to see them come out with a statement. Look, we know that 75 billion authorized shares is a lot. How many do we plan on using? We don't know. This base is always based on the time of the acquisition, the cost or the share price of our stock at the time of acquisition, and what we deem this acquisition to be worth. How many acquisitions we're shooting for, what our scalability and under our umbrella of what we feel we can control, at this juncture. A lot of these things should be addressed by the company. I do believe that Sandra Piacon and Jorge Olson, I do believe these guys are smart guys. That Jorge Olson, I really like this guy. He's he's like, if you ever looking for, you're starting a company and I need a front guy. I need a guy that's going to be passionate about the product, push the product, and look intelligent in doing so. This is the guy you want. He's done a good job. Not very often am I one to praise management of a team, just like ILUS. This is why I'm sticking strong with ILUS. I believe in the management. I believe in their vision. I believe in the products that they have. Anything can happen in the OTC. We're dealing with startup companies that, 90% of them fall flat on their face. 93% of them are absolute trash, absolute garbage, only worth a flip or a short, a day trade or a, short flip over a week or so. That's all they're worth, most of these. But when you find ones that really have the, they get it. They know what it takes to grow a business and keep, there's a fine line between growing your business and shareholder, keeping your shareholders happy. There's a fine line because they both have to move together. They're not a lever. You have to find that right balance to make it move. I think ILUS is a company in the future that'll do this. I like GGII. I like their management. I like what they have going on. So this is definitely a company that I'm hanging on to. Do I say long term? I don't know. I definitely need to know what they're doing with those 75 billion shares. And when I say need to know, I already know. They're using it for acquisitions, mergers and acquisitions. But I would like to know what they plan on doing with the shares that will not be used. Do they plan on retiring those shares? I mean, there's a lot of things I'd like to know, and I'm sure that will be addressed going forward. So, as we sit right now, GGII, I really like them. I really like them at this price, 0.0422. This could be a excellent opportunity. If you missed the initial run up, that as they always say, every reaction in the market is an overreaction. So we definitely know that this sell-off was an immense overreaction. This stock was not worth 17 cents at the time, and it's not worth 4 cents now. I think it's somewhere in between. I would definitely feel comfortable anything under 10 cents with this thing trading, and starting its ascent upwards with making new higher lows, higher highs, doing the stair step thing and working its way up with the organic growth that I do believe this company has. So I really like GGII, MJWL, a couple of the lower price sub pennies that we're looking at, and obviously we still like WOGI, we still like FERN, FERN. Two companies that I think are very similar, also with KYNC, all very similar, getting into the blockchain space and have multiple areas where they're looking to make acquisitions and generate revenue. So I like those three companies. Love ILUS. The two lower price plays that I really like, and we're gonna NSPT. We've been talking about this one. Neuron Sport. I always want to call it Neutron Sport for some reason. Neuron Sport. This is an SS Monopoly Corp custodianship play. We initially alerted this right around 0.003, right in that area. Is now closed on Friday at 0.0077. If I'm not mistaken, it did reach a penny. Let me take a peek at the chart here. Yeah, came close. Yeah, penny. Touched a penny and pulled back. That's not a bad thing. Same thing with EEGI, another one I really like. But NSPT, this is an SS. Excuse me, man. People coming in all day and dogs barking. And because I don't feel like doing the video over, I'm just gonna. But if you don't mind a dog barking in the background. But NSPT, Neuron Sports, one I really like. I think this is one of the lower priced of the SS Monopoly Corp plays. It does have a decent share structure. Nothing to get overly excited about, but it does have a decent share structure. I mean, it's showing that they have a 550 million float. I really doubt that since it was last updated June 30th of 2009. They do have close to 5 billion outstanding shares. The authorized shares is right there, so they can't dilute. The authorized and outstanding shares are butted right up against each other. I think there's only 10 or 15 million shares between the two that are even available to dilute. So I doubt they're going that method, so we don't have to worry about dilution here. The court date, if I'm not mistaken, is Tuesday. So I would expect that SS Monopoly Corp does get the custodianship here. One I like to look at is FBCD, FBT. Let me take a quick peek here. FBCD closed at 0.0221. This thing has run tenfold over the past couple months. And really aggressively over the past few days or the past few weeks, from the low ones all the way up to almost 2.5. In fact, almost to 3. I think it traded up at about 0.028. This is, I think, like its little sister. I think as that one goes, this one goes. This will be a sympathy play. We really don't know what their plan is as far as what they plan on merging into, but as far as the speculative, I like NSPT, and another one is EEGI. E-Line Entertainment. We've been talking about these guys for a while. They closed at 0.0063. They were down 15% on Friday. We should have filings probably within the next few weeks. Obviously, the deadline, I believe, is June 30th. So we're going to be seeing a slew of companies getting their filings in. I think this will dilute the emphasis on going after companies that are getting current, but the companies that have something going. Now you're going to have to kind of shift it. Say, okay, I'm not looking for any company that's just going current. Are they going current to be compliant, or are they going current because they have something planned? You got to make that delineation between, going after the stocks now. Are they simply going current to placate the SEC and stay actively traded? Or on the other hand, are they going current because, hey, we see something here, we've got a merger we want to get into, we've got something going on. I think that's I'd rather be on this side. I'd rather be on the side that has something going on than just they're a garbage company, but they've scraped together the money to go current just to stay compliant. I want nothing to do with those guys. I want the guys with something going on, and EEGI has something going on. They've got this MMA thing going on with the XFC. They've got deals with NBC Deportes. They've got deals all over the place. Sponsors like Valvoline and different major sponsors. They've got good leadership. Now I know that this whole dog and pony show happened probably about 2 years ago. We're going current. I think now they do have it. I think the pressure's on. They have to get this going. I don't think this is, like everyone's saying, could be huge, 10, 20 cents. I doubt that. But at 0063, do I think this thing can hit 3 or 4 cents? Absolutely. I definitely could see this thing hitting 2, 3, 4 cents in that range. It could go better. I could be wrong. I'm not as big on this as most. I really like it. I think this is a good play. I think this is a solid play, especially from where it's at. Once it starts getting past 2 cents, I think then we start looking at the valuation and have to start looking at the numbers. But right now it's purely on, what can they do? And, there's a lot of potential here. So the stocks, that's really all I got for you right now. Just a few stocks that we're going to be looking at going into next week. I'm going to try to put a edited video for tonight or for tomorrow morning out. But again, I've been swamped between soccer, softball. Obviously the house is almost done. A few other things. A few little things happened along the way that that obviously happens. But I'm going to try to be a little more dedicated here. But the stocks we're looking at going into next week is EEGI, E-Line Entertainment Group. Excuse me. Let me get a little coffee, a little iced coffee. EEGI. We like NSPT. We definitely like GGII. Green Globe International, and MJWL. MJWL is definitely my favorite going into next week. This is more of a 30 to 90 day swing for me. Really want to see what they have in store for us as far as future acquisitions, any more acquisitions. So I'm very interested in that. GGII, I think with the terpene patent that they have, I think this can really push them forward. And I think this can really get some more excitement coming back into a stock that already had major excitement. So basically just getting a second lease on a run going into next week. I think that sell-off was a major overreaction. I think the run to 17 was an overreaction. I don't think they were ready for that yet. This is definitely down the line, could be a 30, 40, 50 cent stock, but just the run from dubs all the way up to 17 cents, you knew there was going to be a pullback. But then the whole, share structure deal came out, the overreaction. This thing got crushed down to 3 cents, under 3 cents, where would have been a fabulous buy right there. And I still think it's a good buy right now. So that's all I got for you today. As always, please like, please share, please subscribe. Any comments or questions, put them in the comment section below. And I will probably see you either tonight or tomorrow morning. Let's get that money, traders.